Welcome back, coin collectors enthusiasts. If you've ever wondered about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the world of super rare wheat pennies, those elusive 1-cent coins that can be worth more than their weight in gold. Whether they're in mint condition or showing their age, these wheat pennies are raking in huge dollars on the market. So, get ready to discover which ones might just be hiding in your collection. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the 1936 wheat penny. This coin is part of the famous wheat penny series, which was produced by the United States Mint from 1909 to 1958. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see President Abraham Lincoln, whose likeness has been featured on the coin for over a century. But it's the reverse of the coin that really sets the wheat penny apart. The two stalks of wheat give the coin its name, symbolizing the agricultural strength of the USG during that time. The 1936 wheat penny was produced in large numbers, but it's the ones in excellent condition, like the one we're focusing on today, that really stand out in the coin collecting world. Now, you might be wondering, if the 1936 wheat penny was minted in large quantities, why is it considered rare today? The answer lies in its condition. The coins that have survived over the years are often worn down due to circulation. However, those in excellent condition, with the details of Lincoln's portrait, the wheat stalks, and other fine features are crisp and clear, are far rarer. Additionally, this particular coin doesn't have a mint mark, which means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Although there were no major production issues in 1936, finding a high-quality example without a mint mark is still a rare occurrence. Now, let's talk about the market value. The 1936 wheat penny in excellent condition can fetch anywhere between $390,000 if it's in a nice circulated state. Coins in mint state, those graded MS65 and above, are incredibly rare and highly sought after. Some even approach prices of $600,000 or more, depending on their quality. That's right, a 1936 wheat penny in perfect mint condition could be worth well over $600,000, making it a valuable find if you're lucky enough to have one in your collection. So, how do you know if your 1936 wheat penny is in excellent condition? Coin grading can be a bit tricky, but there are a few key things to look for. A coin in excellent condition will have sharp, defined details, especially in the wheat stalks and Lincoln's hair. The color should be rich, with minimal discoloration or corrosion. If you want to get an accurate grade for your coin, it's a good idea to take it to a professional appraiser or use a coin grading scale. If you're thinking about buying or selling a 1936 wheat penny in excellent condition, there are several places you can turn to. Local coin shops are always a good place to start, but online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other reputable dealers also have extensive listings. Make sure to check the seller's ratings and reviews before making a purchase. Whether you're buying or selling, always make sure you're dealing with trusted sources to ensure the authenticity and value of your coin. Before we wrap up, here's a quick collecting tip. The 1936 wheat penny has a few interesting varieties you might want to keep an eye out for. For example, the 1936 has been found with some unusual die errors or slight variations in minting. These can add even more value to your coin if you happen to have a rare variety. So there you have it. The 1936 wheat penny in excellent condition is a coin worth considering for any serious collector. Its history, beauty, and rarity make it a valuable treasure. If you happen to have one in your collection, it could be worth far more than you thought. Next up, the 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark. This coin is considered rare and can be worth a significant amount of money today, especially if it's in very fine condition. So, let's break down why this penny is such a big deal in the coin world. First things first, let's talk about what makes the 1934 wheat penny stand out. This coin is part of the famous wheat cent series designed by the renowned engraver Victor David Brenner. The obverse features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait, and the reverse showcases two stalks of wheat, symbolizing the country's agricultural strength. The 1934 wheat penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and, unlike some other years, it doesn't have a mint mark, meaning this was one of the Philadelphia minted coins. It's also important to note that the coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it that familiar reddish-brown patina. But what really sets it apart in today's market is its rarity and condition. Before we dive into the value, let's quickly talk about coin grading. The 1934 wheat penny can be found in a range of conditions, from well-worn examples to pristine, high-quality coins. The condition of a coin is crucial when determining its value. For this video, we're focusing on the very fine condition, which is a grade that shows clear details without being too worn down. At this grade, the coin has some light wear on the high points, but the major features, like Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks, are still easily distinguishable. In very fine condition, the Lincoln's features are still quite sharp, and the wheat stalks on the reverse are well defined. There may be some light surface wear or discoloration, but the coin remains a beautiful piece of history. Now, let's get into the fun part, the value of this coin. The 1934 wheat penny, especially in very fine condition, is considered rare because many of these coins were circulated heavily, leaving only a limited number in good condition. According to current market trends, the value of the 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition can range anywhere from $220,000. But here's the catch. These prices can go up dramatically depending on the coin's exact condition, collector demand, and even where it's sold. At top-tier auction houses, or from private collectors, you might even see higher prices for coins that are in top-tier, very fine, or even extra-fine condition. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, strong luster, and minimal wear can fetch well over $280,000 or more. In fact, coins from this year that are in mid-state or higher grades have been known to go for even more, sometimes reaching $350,000 or more. But for most collectors who find this coin in the wild, a very fine condition 1934 can still provide a solid return. Let's talk about why this coin has such value. First, the wheat penny series itself is extremely popular among collectors due to its historical significance. Struck between 1909 and 1958, the wheat penny represents a key part of American numismatic history. The 1934 date, while not as rare as some others from the 1910s and 1920s, is still a key year because many of these coins were in heavy circulation during the Great Depression. Because of its age and the fact that it was produced during such a pivotal moment in U.S. history, the 1934 wheat penny holds historical value. Coins like these represent a snapshot of the past, and collectors are always looking for examples in better grades. The condition of these coins directly impacts their marketability and the value collectors are willing to pay. So, you're probably wondering, where can you find a 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition? Well, there are a few options. Local coin shops, estate sales, and online marketplaces like eBay or heritage auctions are great places to start. Just make sure to carefully check the grading and authenticity of the coin before purchasing. When buying coins online, always verify the seller's reputation, look for detailed pictures, and, if possible, request a certificate of authenticity or grading from a professional numismatist. For sellers, make sure you're listing your coin with accurate descriptions and clear images to attract serious buyers. So, to wrap things up, The 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition is a valuable and rare coin that continues to attract interest from collectors. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, understanding the grade and market value of this coin is key to getting the best deal. As always, make sure to do your research and consult with reputable dealers or auction houses. Next up, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark in red condition. This coin, though it might seem ordinary at first glance, holds a much greater value than many realize. Stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know about this rare gem, including its history, its condition, and the current market value. First, let's go over a bit of history. The wheat penny, which was minted between 1909 and 1958, gets its name from the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The 1946 wheat penny is part of the series that came after World War II, a period of rebuilding and change. These coins were minted to help address the needs of a post-war economy, and while millions were made, not all of them are created equal. Now, let's talk about this specific coin, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark. Why is it so special? Well, it's important to know that in 1946, the U.S. Mint used 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia didn't carry a mint mark, while those from Denver had a D, and those from San Francisco had an S. The absence of a mint mark on the 1946 coin means it was produced in Philadelphia, but here's the catch. While most 1946 pennies are fairly common, the condition of this particular coin is what truly makes it stand out. You're looking at a 1946 wheat penny in a pristine red condition, meaning the coin has been well preserved with minimal wear and a vibrant reddish-brown color. This level of preservation is extremely rare, and it makes the coin highly sought after by collectors. A red penny, especially a vintage one like the 1946, is considered by many to be a true collector's dream. Over time, coins can oxidize and change color, usually turning to brown or darker shades, but a red penny maintains its bright coppery hue. To find a 1946 wheat penny in red condition is a real find, and that rarity plays a huge role in its value. Now, let's talk dollars and cents. The value of a wheat penny is primarily determined by its rarity, its condition, and its demand in the market. While typical 1946 wheat pennies can be worth just a few cents, a 1946 penny in red condition can fetch much higher prices. In today's market, a 1946 wheat penny in red condition can be worth anywhere from $500,000, depending on its specific grade and demand. For coins that are in even better condition, or those that come from more specific collections, values can skyrocket, sometimes even reaching several $1,000s. If you happen to have a 1946 wheat penny in mint red condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Another factor to consider is the demand. The market for rare coins fluctuates over time, based on collector interest and current trends. Because the 1946 wheat penny is part of a beloved series, there is consistent demand for coins in excellent condition, like the red variety we're discussing today. So, if you happen to have one of these rare pennies in your collection, you're in luck. To sum up, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark in red condition is a rare find, and its value today can be quite significant. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin is one that should definitely be on your radar. If you come across one in excellent shape, don't hesitate to get it appraised. It might be worth much more than you think. Next up, the wheat penny or Lincoln cent was minted from 1909 to 1958, and it's one of the most recognized coins in American numismatics. But the 1939 wheat penny stands out due to its unique position in history. Without a mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia, which was the primary mint during this period. So, what makes the 1939 wheat penny special? In general, wheat pennies are collected for their historical value, their connection to the Lincoln Memorial, and their interesting variety of condition and mint marks. But when we focus on the 1939 coin, we find that it was produced during a time of transition in American coinage. The year 1939 was during the tail end of the Great Depression, a period of economic struggle that influenced not only the everyday lives of Americans, but also the coins in circulation. By this time, the design of the wheat penny, featuring the iconic reverse with 2 stalks of wheat, had been in circulation for decades. But finding a 1939 coin in fine condition today can be a rare occurrence. Now, let's talk about what makes a wheat penny in fine condition truly stand out. A coin in fine condition will show moderate wear, but the details on both sides, especially the wheat stalks on the reverse and the Lincoln's image on the obverse, will still be clear. The coin might have some noticeable scratches or dirt, but it won't be overly worn or corroded. As you can see, the fine condition of the 1939 wheat penny means it retains much of its original detail. This condition is ideal for collectors who seek a balance between rarity and affordability. So, how much can you expect to pay for one of these coins today? Currently, a 1939 wheat penny in fine condition is valued anywhere between $300,000 depending on the coin's specific quality. And that's just the base value. Some 1939 wheat pennies, particularly those with unique features or additional historical significance, could fetch even higher prices. For example, if you find one with an exceptional strike or in a truly fine or better grade, the value could be much more, especially in the current coin market, where demand for vintage coins is strong. To get the best value, it's important to examine the coin carefully. Look at the clarity of the wheat stalks on the reverse. The sharper the details, the higher the potential value. A coin that's slightly more worn but still retains most of its details will be valued on the lower end. So, while it's not a rare, one-of-a-kind find like some other years, the 1939 wheat penny in fine condition is still a gem for collectors. The value of this coin has fluctuated over the years, and as interest in numismatics continues to grow, the 1939 wheat penny could become even more valuable in the future. If you're holding on to one of these coins, it's always worth keeping an eye on the market. What's the takeaway? The 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark is a solid addition to any coin collection. While not the rarest coin on the market, its historical significance and its potential for value growth make it an appealing find. If you happen to have one in fine condition, it could be worth more than you think, and it's always a good idea to keep it in a safe spot as you watch its value evolve. Next up, the 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark. This little piece of history is incredibly special and has a huge place in the world of numismatics. But what makes it so rare? And why is it worth so much today? Let's take a closer look. First things first, what's so special about the 1916 wheat penny? Let's start with its history. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The design, featuring Lincoln on the obverse and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, became a symbol of American prosperity. The 1916 wheat penny is particularly significant because it was minted during World War I, a time of great economic turmoil. This was a year of transition in the U.S. coinage system. While the mintage numbers were high, the coin's rarity doesn't come from the sheer number of coins made. It's all about its condition and historical context. Now, let's talk about the absence of a mint mark on the 1916 wheat penny. Mint marks are crucial to identifying where a coin was produced, as coins from the Philadelphia Mint don't have any mint mark, while those made at the Denver or San Francisco mints do. In 1916, the Philadelphia Mint produced the vast majority of pennies, which is why many 1916 pennies don't have a mint mark. However, the real kicker is that even though the 1916 penny is relatively common, it's still considered rare because the lack of a mint mark means it's far less likely to be found in circulation today. Many 1916 pennies are heavily worn down and have seen decades of use, so finding one in good or very good condition is a big deal. So, what do we mean by very good condition? When it comes to coins, condition plays a huge role in determining their value. A very good condition coin typically has noticeable wear, but the key details of the design are still visible. For the 1916 wheat penny, that means Lincoln's portrait on the front is clear, and the wheat ears on the back are still legible, although they may be worn down. This particular coin, the 1916 wheat penny, in very good condition, is more valuable than a heavily circulated one. But even more importantly, it's considered rare because many of the 1916 pennies out there have been worn beyond recognition. Talk about the big question: how much is the 1916 wheat penny worth today? A 1916 penny without a mint mark, in very good condition, can fetch anywhere from $420,000, depending on factors like overall appearance, rarity, and whether it has been graded by professional service. Here's where it gets exciting. If you happen to find a 1916 wheat penny in better condition, such as fine or extra fine, the value could skyrocket. In those conditions, the coin might be worth $470,000 or more. And if you come across a 1916 penny in uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a price tag well over $900,000, possibly even more in some cases. Keep in mind that the condition isn't the only factor that influences the value of a coin. Rarity plays a huge part. The 1916 penny is rare because so many were lost, worn down, or damaged over time. Finding one in any decent condition is a win. Is the 1916 wheat penny in very good condition so sought after? Well, the answer lies in the world of coin collectors. Numismatists or coin collectors are always on the lookout for key dates and rarities like the 1916 penny. These coins hold sentimental and historical value, as well as potential for future appreciation. Demand for rare coins has grown over the years, especially with younger collectors entering the market. Plus, as time goes on, fewer of these coins remain in circulation. So, if you have a 1916 penny, especially one in good or very good condition, you might want to consider keeping it safe or getting it appraised to see what it's worth. You might be wondering, how can I find a 1916 wheat penny? These coins aren't as common as some others, but you can still find them in coin rolls, estate sales, and old coin collections. Be sure to check through your pennies when sorting through change. You never know when you might stumble upon one of these hidden gems. If you do find one, it's important to handle it with care. Keep it in a safe place, preferably in a protective coin holder to prevent further wear and tear. In conclusion, the 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of the rarer finds in the world of coin collecting. Its historical significance, combined with its scarcity, makes it highly desirable to collectors, especially when found in very good condition. Whether you're just starting your collection or you're a seasoned numismatist, this coin is one you want to keep an eye out for. Next up, the wheat penny, 1 cent 1949 without a mint mark. But this isn't just any ordinary 1949 penny, it's in color shade condition, making it a rare find in today's market. Stick with us as we explore why this coin holds so much value. The 1949 wheat penny is part of the iconic series of Lincoln cents that were minted from 1909 to 1958. This coin is significant not only because of its historical background, but also due to its incredible potential in the rare coin market today. The 1949 penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't add a mint mark to coins during that period. So, how does this penny stand out from the rest? The key here is the color shade condition. A color shade condition is one where the penny has developed a unique patina over the years, either from environmental factors or from being kept in special storage conditions. These pennies can show hues of red, brown, or even darker shades, making them particularly distinctive. For a 1949 penny, having a color shade that leans toward red-brown is something many collectors find particularly appealing. This gives the coin a unique aesthetic, often making it more valuable. The Wheat Penny series is one of the longest-running U.S. coin programs, spanning almost 5 decades. The coin was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday and features 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, which is how it earned its name. By the time we get to 1949, the design is iconic and collectors have a strong appreciation for both the artistry and the historical significance of each coin minted during this period. But here's the big question. How much is a wheat penny from 1949 worth today, especially in color shade condition? The market for these coins is strong. A typical 1949 wheat penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few cents, but when you factor in the color shade condition, that's where the real value comes in. A 1949 penny in color shade condition could range anywhere from $200,000 or more, depending on how intense the color is, and the overall quality of the coin. For coins in high-grade color shade conditions, the value could climb significantly higher. Coins that show more vibrant red shades or are in extra fine or uncirculated condition are often sought after by collectors and can sell for $1,000. Collectors are constantly looking for coins in rare conditions, and a wheat penny from 1949 in color shade condition checks all the boxes. The demand for such coins has been steadily increasing as collectors are eager to own these rare specimens. At coin auctions or through reputable dealers, you'll find that the most pristine examples can fetch much higher prices. The 1949 wheat penny without a mint mark in color shade is one of those coins that's likely to appreciate in value as time goes on. Before we wrap up, it's important to stress the need for proper care when handling these coins. Keep them in protective cases and avoid touching them with your bare hands to maintain their condition. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of rare coins, the 1949 wheat penny in color shade condition is definitely one to look out for. With its rising market value and rich history, it could be the perfect addition to your collection. Next up, the 1926 wheat penny without a mint mark. If you're holding onto one of these in very fine condition, you're sitting on a potential gold mine. In this video, we'll discuss everything about this rare coin, its market value, and why it's so coveted by collectors. If you're a fan of collecting US pennies, you know that the Wheat Pennies series, minted from 1909 to 1958, is a treasure trove for coin enthusiasts. But today, we are specifically talking about the 1926 wheat penny without a mint mark, a rare coin in very fine condition that can fetch quite a bit of money in the market. The 1926 wheat penny, minted in Philadelphia, carries the iconic design by Victor David Brenner, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse. What makes the 1926 unique is its scarcity in certain conditions, especially without a mint mark. Most 1926 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, with the no mint mark being the only option. However, it's the coin's condition that plays a significant role in its market value. Now, when we talk about the condition of a coin, we're referring to its level of wear and tear. Coins, in very fine condition, show minimal signs of wear. The details on the coin are still crisp and well-defined, but you may see slight wear on Lincoln's hair and on the wheat stalks. A coin in very fine condition will have a noticeable level of detail. The wheat stalks on the reverse are still visible, and Lincoln's features on the obverse, especially his beard and hair, will be sharp. Compare this to coins in lower grades, and it's easy to see why this particular condition is so desirable among collectors. So, how much is this coin worth today? Well, the market value for a 1926 wheat penny in very fine condition can range anywhere from $800,000. But hold on to your seats, because when this coin is in higher grades, like extra fine or uncirculated, its value can soar to $1 million or even more. One of the key reasons for its value is the demand for coins from this era in good condition. The 1926 is a relatively common year for the wheat penny series, but when it's in exceptional condition, the rarity increases, and so does the price. Coins like this, which have survived nearly a century in remarkable shape, are sought after by collectors and investors alike. Let's dive a little deeper into why the 1926 wheat penny is considered rare in very fine condition. While it's true that the mintage of the 1926 penny was relatively high, well over 100 million coins were struck in Philadelphia. Many of them were heavily circulated and have since deteriorated. Coins in high-grade conditions like this one are far less common, making them rarer and more valuable on the market. Over time, the more a coin circulates, the more wear it accumulates, reducing its desirability to collectors. So, a 1926 wheat penny in very fine condition is an important find, especially when compared to those in lower grades that have been worn down from years of use. When selling, whether through auctions or dealers, make sure you get the right appraisal. Prices can fluctuate, but having an expert evaluate the coin is key to ensuring you're getting its true market value. Beyond its market value, the 1926 wheat penny holds historical significance. It was minted during the early 1920s, a time when the US was recovering from World War I. These pennies reflect the country's economic resilience as the nation saw a return to prosperity during the Roaring Twenties. For collectors, owning a coin from this era is like holding a piece of American history. The design itself, featuring Lincoln on the obverse, was a tribute to the nation's 16th president and served as a symbol of national unity and remembrance. In conclusion, the 1926 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition is not only a beautiful piece of numismatic history, but also a valuable coin in today's market. Whether you're collecting for investment or historical appreciation, this coin deserves a place in your collection. If you have one of these coins in your collection, or you're thinking about adding one, make sure to check its condition and get an expert opinion on its value. Rare coins, like the 1926 wheat penny, are a great way to build a meaningful and profitable collection. Next up, the weeping penny 1 cent 1940, without a mint mark, in very fine condition. This coin has become a sortly treasure for collectors, and its market value may surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner, just starting to collect, stick around because you'll want to know all about this coin's worth in today's market. The 1940 wheat penny is part of the long-running wheat series, produced from 1909 to 1958. These coins feature Abraham Lincoln on the adverse, while the reverse showcases the iconic wheat ears, giving them the name wheat pennies. While the wheat penny series is known for its many variations, Today, we're focusing on the 1940 issue, particularly the one without a mint mark. Now, what sets this coin apart from others in the series? The lack of a mint mark is the key factor. In 1940, the US Mint produced most of these pennies in Philadelphia, so they didn't feature a mint mark. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint were typically the most common and can often be found with ease. However, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark and very fine condition can be a bit harder to come by, and that rarity plays a bit role in its value today. Let's break down what we mean by very fine condition. A very fine condition coin typically shows moderate wear, but the key details are still sharp and visible. For the 1940 wheat penny, the Lincoln portrait on the obverse remains clear, with well-defined facial features and details on his coat. On the reverse, the wheat stalks should still show some detail, though the overall coin may have a slightly worn appearance from circulation. In coin grading, the term very fine represents a certain level of preservation. It's not perfect, but it's a coin that has held up better than most after decades of circulation. And the higher the quality of the coin, the higher the value. So, what is this coin worth in today's market? You might be surprised to learn that a wheat penny 1 cent 1940 in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $480,000. But, of course, there are several factors that can increase its value even further, depending on the exact condition and demand. For example, a wheat penny 1940 in better condition, such as in extra fine or uncirculated condition, could be worth significantly more, sometimes as high as $700,000. However, it's the very fine condition coin we're talking about today, and while not as valuable as higher graded coins, it still holds a nice value for collectors looking for a piece of history at a more affordable price. Why is the 1940 wheat penny so valuable, even in a very fine condition? Well, part of it comes down to the rarity and the overall demand. While the 1940 date is fairly common in terms of production, the lack of a mint mark makes it stand out among other pennies from the same year. Additionally, as time passes, fewer and fewer of these coins survive in good condition, especially as many were spent in everyday transactions for decades. The 1940 wheat penny may not be the rarest coin out there, but it is a perfect example of how rarity combined with condition creates value in the world of numismatics. You can find this coin for sale in various online marketplaces, auctions, and coin dealers. If you're looking to purchase or sell one, remember that condition, demand, and rarity all play a major role in determining the price. To sum it up, the wheat penny 1 cent 1940 without a mint mark in very fine condition is a rare coin that holds significant value in today's market. Whether you're collecting for the joy of numismatics or as an investment, this penny is a great addition to any collection. Its value may not be astronomical, but it is still a reminder of the history of our nation and the coins that have passed through our hands over the years. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and insights. Until next time, happy collecting.